Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I am recording this one the same way as before because I figured Miss Kitty would hop back on that chair because that seems to be her preferred sleeping spot whenever it's this time of the year for her. And if you know what I mean, you know what I mean. So we're going to go ahead and talk about Chaos Theory. I think I watched the first season and then started season 2 for Yeah, I did. Okay, that's right. I did finish the first season because the first season's whenever they hop the ship, right? It ends with them kind of releasing the dinosaurs from the harbor thing, and then you find out that Brooke's still alive, and then season 2 starts. Or I finished the first two. I don't remember, guys. It's been a hot minute, but I remember not liking it, and I'll tell you why. There are a few reasons why I don't like this show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'll do me a favor, don't forget to do the fun YouTube stuff of liking, commenting, subscribing, turning on bell notification. I sometimes forget to ask that or say that in these Prehistoria videos because Prehistoria is kind of just a fun channel for me because I'm a dinosaur nut. I always have been. Obviously, I grew up with Jurassic Park. I was born in 1996, so the first one was already out. The second one was almost made, and then the third one came out in 2001. And then you had, When Dinosaurs Roamed America, you had Walking with Dinosaurs. I mean, there's Big Al. Like, dinosaur stuff was a part of life for me, so big dino nut. And if you guys haven't checked out my Camp Cretaceous review, that should be up before this one. Obviously, for obvious reasons, Camp Cretaceous is a prequel, or the original. This is a sequel, I guess is probably the better way to say it. And let me just say that one of the things that really made me turn this off is it almost seemed like they were still continuing with the child-esque humor, even though they're adults now. Now, I know it's still the same writers. I know it's still the same characters. But it's like they kept it at the same level whenever they're adults now. You can up the humor, or not even the humor. You can up the intelligence level just a bit. Don't insult your audience because it didn't seem like they found a balance, right? It didn't seem like they balanced out new audiences, which would be like kids, I guess, because hey, mommy, it's cartoons and it's dinosaurs. Like, just go ahead and turn it on for me. Like, I get it, but you have the people that watched the first show, right? Because I think there was the 5 seasons for Camp Cretaceous. I think there's a year or two in between, and then there's 4 or 5 seasons for Chaos Theory, if memory serves. And I don't have Netflix anymore, so I can't look. I mean, I could Google it, but yeah. um. So with that time period, like if someone started season 1 at 8, you're probably looking at 12 or 13 when the first show's over. And you have about 16, 17 when the next one came out. So, like, up the ante here a little bit, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta find that balance because you've already got fans from the first show coming back to check out the second show. Well, some of them grew up. And I don't think everybody should grow up 100%, right? I think everybody should keep something from their childhood, like, because you only live once, so have fun. I play Lego games because I absolutely still love Lego games. I have Marvel shirts that I wouldn't say collecting, but if I see one, I'm going to get it, right? What's another thing I do? I used to build Lego sets. Once I get this thing set up, like this room that I'm in, I'm gonna have some dressers, right? Some bookshelves, I mean, and they're gonna be filled with Legos. Gotta keep something from your childhood. But at the same time, I'm not playing with the Legos. I'm building them, letting them sit there. I'm like, you know what? I got the newest Lego set with Darth Vader in it. Yeah, I can live with that. Because you still enjoy the things, but you've aged up a little bit, right? They don't do that in this show. The next big thing that really annoyed the hell out of me is the fact that they rode the dinosaurs like horses. I think it was in the second season, maybe the third or fourth episode. They're riding a stegosaurus. like a horse. Um, they're still wild animals. They haven't been with humans long enough to be tamed. And you expect me to believe that just because they were at a rice paddy or a rice farm or whatever the fuck it was, that they're just gonna be okay with you riding them? Like, I know people are probably gonna be like, well, it's a kids movie and or a kids show and they can't do anything like that. Show the dinosaurs. We see dinosaurs eating people, right? We see that in the normal Jurassic Park, Jurassic World movies. We saw that in Camp Cretaceous. We saw that in the first season of this show. And then some of you are probably going to be like, well, you know, they want the dinosaurs to be friendly and all that stuff for the little kids. I grew up with Spirit, okay? That horse gave the military a run for their fucking money before he even let them get on his fucking back, okay? I don't want to hear that shit, okay? Because if that's what we're doing, we're just making kids soft these days, alright? That's all I'm going to say on that matter. I also thought that this was a lot more slow, a lot more boring. I stopped. The holographic thing really also threw me off. We did that in Jurassic World. I didn't need, what was it, 2, maybe 3 episodes of holographic dinosaurs throwing off real dinosaurs. We saw like, was it like a minute, maybe 10, maybe even only like 15 seconds of one of the velociraptors whenever it's listening to the Indominus in Jurassic World get stopped by, I think it was a hologram of a velociraptor, right? It freaked out, started roaring at it or whatnot, and you know, we got a little distraction there. That's all I needed. I don't need 2 to 3 episodes about that shit, right? I don't need that. The continuation of the gay couple didn't necessarily bother me in the first one because it wasn't necessarily like beating you over the head with it, right? Did they infer it? Oh yeah, they inferred it, but it wasn't like every 5 seconds. I'm doing this because I'm gay. I'm doing this because I love her. I'm doing this because she's my girl. I'm doing this because we didn't get that. It was pretty subtle. Now it's still fucked up because it's kids, right? And they shouldn't show anything pertaining to a sexual relationship with kids in a show. Never should do that. 100% agree with that. But it was done almost tastefully in the sense that they didn't berate you over the head over and over and over again. With the fact that they're wanting to rub you know what's together. They weren't beating you over the head with that. Now, I can't tell you how the rest of this show went because again, I watched like maybe the first 2 seasons. So I don't know if they overdid it in this one, since they're obviously older. I think, if my timeline's correct, I think they're probably in their 20s now. So, you know, they're adults. They can, whatever. But I don't remember them, like, pounding you over the head with this, at least within the first 2 seasons of Chaos Theory. Long story short, I'm kind of rambling here, so let's get back on track, and then I'll end this video. It was more boring. I think they could have found a middle ground for the older fans and the newer fans, and they just didn't do that. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you thought about Chaos Theory. Is it worth finishing? I don't know if it is. I got a big problem with them riding dinosaurs like horses. I mean, it's not fucking Dinotopia or whatever that was called. So yeah, don't forget to do the fun YouTube stuff of liking, commenting, subscribing, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll catch you guys later.